Recording. Yeah, Dark Art's great. It's gonna be interesting to see what the best gems are with the set 9 gem change coming. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to play Hex tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna try and fire up Saturday morning maybe and play some Constructed. I think it's pretty decent, right? Hyper Elf, sure. Could be a few different things. Probably Panza. You need your water. There we go. Go. Yeah, of course there's restore balance. How else are we gonna fix everything that's wrong with the world? We gotta balance it out, chat. Leading on fetch land against Panza is good, especially when you're on the draw. They can't Stone Rain or Mavoldi Acid Moss your fetch. Turn 2 Blood Rage pretty good. No birds, yep. So this is fetching a forest. The real question is, am I doing it this turn? I think I'm not actually. I think I'm actually just gonna go ahead and pass back here. There's bot toys on the TV already. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass back here, and I'm gonna plant Jake, Declan, Scott. Bot toys are on the TV. You want to pick a different one? You're very loud. All right, hey, what sums up all my questions about this deck, right? So I think we're just gonna wait here, and next turn we'll just, as foretold, restore balance. Deal. Which one do you want, Declan? This is fine. We're gonna have to discard a lot of cards, which kind of sucks. Hopefully they crack these clues and draw some cards here. Which one do you want, Declan? Okay. It's going. So we're gonna take a hit for 3 or 4 here. Need all of the bot toys, chat. All right, so we're gonna need a blue source tapped here. Grab a breeding pool. I'm gonna fetch a basic forest with this one. Jacqueline, inside voice, buddy. I am being reminded why. Maybe I will just get him his tablet.
This one.
Which one, Declan? This one? Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I've got you, fam. All right, so we're gonna draw up to 8 cards, down to 7, down to 6, down to 5. So we're to discard 3 cards here, but I think that's okay. We're gonna clear their board. We can discard this land, which we could replay off the Crucible here. Declan, inside voice. We just don't have time to play Crucible first. We're at 12 already. Bot toys are right there. So We're gonna have to discard a few things here. I think we're gonna keep Crucible Grim Flayer here.
Okay, then stop screaming. You have to stop yelling.
So they're gonna lose their entire board here. They'll keep these clues. So we're trading 3 cards in our hand for their entire board of creatures here. Well, it's not looking good for us. We wiped their board, and then we're resetting here. They're resetting back up. Bloodbraid's a good card, turns out. Next turn, probably gonna need to play this out as a way to just brick wall their things. We do have 4 card types, so this is gonna be a 4/4. This hops in the way a little bit. Hopefully, kinda, not really. This is gonna be able to attack into it. If they attack with this, I'm probably going to trade. We just, like, really can't take a hit for 4 or 5 or whatever this is gonna be. We're gonna hold this fetch land because we have 3 copies of Fatal Push in our deck. So, yeah, there's gonna be 2 more clues here. It looks like they're just gonna bury it. These are both such good upgrades to this deck. Like, one of Ponz's issues previously was that they just ran out of cards, and like Bloodbraid and Tireless Tracker both help solve that issue. Oh, I can't even really block this now, right? Because it's gonna be a... Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just eating this and then hoping to draw a removal spell here, right? To be fair, more competitive than Ponza previously was. It's like a low bar that most people couldn't limbo under. Hey, look at that. We saved our fetch land. Got rewarded. Alright, so I'm gonna put this other Verdant into play here. I'm actually not going to attack with... Am I gonna attack with the Grim Flayer? Yeah, they're already through 2 Bloodbraids. They're already through 2 Bloodbraids, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And then, yeah, I'm gonna hit them here because we really need a good top deck next turn, right? I mean, they've already played 2 BBEs, right? It's like a play to win versus a play to not lose line. Yeah, like, look at these. These cards are really terrible. Like, I don't really want any of these, right? I guess maybe you could argue I want a piece of removal here. Like, if they have another Tireless Tracker or something. But, like, they have 5 cards in their hand. 5 cards. I think I'm just bidding all of these and hoping to find something better. Yeah, nothing we do prevents Dead to Titan or Dead to Dragon, so, like, you don't play around things you can't beat. Dead to Bolt, sure. This is probably a Negate matchup. Golgari Charm and Maelstrom Pulse seem good. Engineered Explosives out. I don't know if this is a Damnation matchup. It's probably not. Probably not. 2 Liliana, the last hope. Crucible seems great against the land destruction deck. Loam seems great against the land destruction deck. Is Collective Brutality good? I guess Brutality has a window to kill Tracker and it kills Bloodbraid Elf, which seems okay. Worm Harvest is probably slow. Maybe these aren't good enough. I guess they kill their mana creatures though, but we have mana creatures as well, so it makes them less appealing. Liliana, the Last Hope is probably a little bit slow and clunky. Double Black is also awkward. Explosives is just really slow, chat. Like, by the Ponza deck often blows its load if they don't have Tireless Tracker in play, and ideally we're killing Tireless Tracker, so like spending 3 mana to kill their acceleration after they've used it once or twice is like exceedingly slow. I'm not gonna board in both of these. But couldn't you have kept push in case of a tracker? I don't think so, Demir Spy. I think it's just whatever. I think we're just supposed to try and hit something to actually kill our opponent, or like hit a Dark Heart of the Woods, so that way we could get out of burn range. Yeah, that seems decent. Suspend Vision on 1, Flayer on 2. Send me up. EE for clues sounds exceedingly narrow. Maybe Darkblast is okay, but the problem is like what am I planning to like draw my 1 Darkblast on turn 1? Like, I feel like Darkblast is a card I only want to bring in against decks that have 1 defense creatures that I want to kill on turn 12. Like, boarding in a 1-of that I need to see on the first turn of the game is not like a good use of my resources. Like, I'm going to draw that card on turn 12 and be like, oh, I drew a Darkblast and this feels miserable. Because I didn't draw my Darkblast on the turn to kill, like, their Arbor Elf. And, like, this isn't a deck where, like, they have Young Pyromancer or, you know, Signal Pests or Steel Overseers that I need to kill late in the game. Any Blood Moon or Stone Rain? Molten Rain deal. So again, Magic players like to do this thing where they're like, I always do this, and like, again, it's contextual, right? Like, what is the ultimate game plan or goal of your deck going to be? Like, is it worth it for your deck to be able to kill mana creatures after they've been used a bunch of times already? And I think in general, a lot of the time the answer to that question is no. All right, I think I'm just gonna go bin. I think I want to keep a Gitrog. I'm gonna keep a Gitrog. Put that other one in there though. Yep. We'll get to attack in next turn. Hopefully we'll get to find something to do with 2 Grim Flayer triggers. I assume they're not going to block. And if they do block, like trading a Grim Flayer for a Tireless Tracker sounds like excellent for us. There are Loams in this deck. The deck list is on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck in chat and get a link to it. 3 copies of Loam in our deck. Triggers. Alright. Decay is decent. I'm gonna bin these other 2. God bless you, Batman. So, list there, LT 21st or whatever you want to call them, whatever their username is. They were a victim of the first, you're not allowed to spew in chat without being constructive. We should play trackers in this deck because tracker is better than X card that we're already playing in this deck. Remember, we're playing 4 colors in our deck effectively, 3 colors, whatever. There are a lot of different cards that we could play in this deck. You need to be constructive. Make an argument. Tell me You better play Canopy there in case you had a push on top. No, because if I have a push on top of my deck, I'm not sacrificing a land when I'm trying to get to 5 lands for my Gitrog Monster. That's not something I'm interested in doing. So you could argue it is definitely technically correct to wait to play my land drop. I am not, however, willing to sacrifice the Horizon Canopy to grab a fatal push when I'm like trying to make it to enough cards to like use this Gitrog Monster on turn 5. It's not something I'm interested in doing. I don't think this Dark Heart is very good. This deck is giving me heartburn. So do you think it would be worth it to put ourselves off a land and another turn behind the Gitrog Monster to like take them off the tracker? I don't agree with that. I don't think it's worth discussing, but my line of thought is definitely like that's not something I'm interested in doing. I'm not interested in putting myself a land behind against the land destruction deck to kill their tracker a turn sooner. We're actually gonna be pretty close to just killing them here, right? Like we're gonna Abrupt Decay this Tireless Tracker and then like crack them for 8. This is coming off next turn. Oh, it's coming off now? Oh, that's great. Did I forget to play a land? I didn't forget to play a land, right? No? Oh, we got Molten Rain. That's right. We got land destruction against the land destruction deck. Thank you. I was like, I should have 4 lands if this comes off suspend. Bin them all. Grim Flayer trigger with Gitrog Monster is kind of great. I'm gonna bin. Huh. I think I actually want to keep all of these. Just in case I need another basic swamp, in case they Stone Rain me. Although I guess I have a Loam. Yeah, I'm gonna leave both Fatal Pushes on top of my deck though. Leave those there. Remind them how trample works, right? Alright, hopefully they're just gonna die here to our Grim Flayers. Storm is great. Magic, Modern especially, are all about finding a deck that you enjoy playing and then playing a lot of it. So if you enjoy playing Storm, you should play Storm to your heart's content. If you enjoy playing Storm, you should play Storm to your heart's content. Alright, I think I've convinced myself that this Negate's not good enough, and I'm gonna bring in... I guess these Golgari Charms kill Blood Moon. Should probably have these in my deck. Probably have these in my deck. I'm gonna cut these Dark Hearts of the Wood. They're really cute with Gitrog Monster, but they're just slow. Alright, fine. Let's bring in this Engineered Explosives. Felt the need to foil out Storm. It's okay. They have support groups for that, I believe. They have support groups for people that enjoy Storm. Alright, I mean, this is the dream, right? Hopefully they just have like 6 pieces of 1-mana Accelerate. We just go Shock, play this. Yeah, the thing is though, like, it's about resource efficiency, right? Like, this is a matchup where our opponent is directly attacking our resources, so like, spending our resources to kill spending 3 resources to kill their 1-mana Utopia Sprawl, like, that's not particularly exciting, right? We drew that. That's exciting. My body's ready to get Stone Rained, never draw a 3rd land and die. The Mankiki deck's a lot of fun. The Bankiki deck is a lot of fun. Modern's fun. Has a lot of really interesting games where both players have a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of interactivity between them. Blood Moon is a shitty Magic card that creates shitty games of Magic, but overall, I actually really like Modern right now. I think the big offenders remaining in Modern are Blood Moon and Tron Lands are the two things that are just like super offensive remaining in the format. But like outside of the games that involve Blood Moon and Tron Lands, I think the format's in a fantastic spot. Get punished, you're a greedy breeding pool, right? Right? Yeah, I think that would be a great position. Just like remove the white bordered cards. Am I okay with Ensnaring Bridge being a card? Yeah, I think Ensnaring Bridge as a card is fine. The biggest reason Blood Moon is offensive is because Blood Moon prevents counterplay from happening. A card like Ensnaring Bridge doesn't prevent counterplay all on its own. The reason so many people in Modern think Ensnaring Bridge is a heinous card is because the most popular Ensnaring Bridge in Modern, the most popular Ensnaring Bridge deck in Modern is Lantern Control, and Lantern Control prevents counterplay from Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge on its own doesn't prevent counterplay all in one card. Whereas Blood Moon is a card that when you play it, not only is it a prison piece, but it also locks your opponent out of being able to play counterplay to destroy their card. I have no idea. We've beaten Jund the 2 times we've played it, but I could definitely see that not being representative of the matchup as a whole. This hand needs another land, but like, we're not playing Birds of Paradise to not cast it on turn 1. Use your words, Spankstar. Make a case. You think Lost Legacy is an underestimated card in Modern right now because I actually don't think cards like Lost Legacy and Slaughter Games are very good right now because decks that need to lean into a single card to win the game aren't that popular in the current format. Even decks like Scape Shift have like Primeval Titans and just draw their Valakut plus ramp plans to win the game. Decks like Ad Nauseam see some play, but they're not a very large percentage of the format. Good Jace decks like Jeskai and Grixis, probably because they're not actually very good. I mean, Corey Burkhart came to the conclusion that he only wanted one Jace in his deck. Don't kill my bird. No, stop it. Stop it. Oh, God bless. God bless you, opponent. God bless us, everyone. Let's just get this into play here for when our bird dies later. I mean, Abrupt Decay is main deckable Enchantment Hate, but again, beating Blood Moon isn't just about having Enchantment Hate. Blood Moon itself prevents counterplay from happening by the design of the card. So Teddy Jr., don't do the typical TCG player thing. Don't use terms like strictly better when they really don't apply. Don't, like, saying surgical is strictly better than what's it called? It's like, that's a huge eh. So the way my opponents played this game, I'm pretty sure they're on Grixis Shadow. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this Engineered Explosives out preemptively here. Well, it's not even about red Enchantment Hate, right? Like, you have to have red cards in your deck or, like, board in this red card just to beat Blood Moon. Honestly, the card that we would need to make Blood Moon even close to okay in Modern is we need an effect like the Hex card that we have, Disruptor Drone. In Hex, there's a 3/1 artifact creature that sacrifices to destroy an enchantment. That's the type of effect we would need because it's the type of effect that like everyone can play that doesn't restrict your mana that you could bring in other matchups. And it's a card that's not completely dead when you draw it. When you draw it and they don't have their other thing. Alright, so I'm going to fetch a basic forest here. I'm going to go ahead and cast the second As Foretold. I'm going to go ahead and cast this Grim Flayer using my other As Foretold. He's a 4/4. Yeah, Jeskai is fine, but it's not like it's a 4x Jace deck. It is one of the better performing decks. But it's not like Jace made the deck better. That's not like Jace put it far over the top. Like, Jeskai was one of the best performing decks in the format when Jace wasn't legal. Don't have a K command. Delve creature. Yeah. Like, an artifact reclamation stage is the type of card that would make Blood Moon less offensive in Modern. Alright, so we're gonna cast this. I've been having a lot of fun playing the Jeskai Kiki deck. That's the deck I've been enjoying the most. Or sorry, the Temur Kiki deck. Whatever color combinations these things are, the Temur Kiki deck's the one I've been enjoying the most. Temur Kiki is my baby right now. The one where that's the one that Temur Kiki is the one that makes me happy to play Magic. It's not even that the disruption that associated with Jace makes it better in Legacy Serp. The reason why Jace is better in Legacy is because of the context of the format. Modern is a much more creature-based format than Legacy is. And that difference matters because being less creature-based means that there's less ways for them to lose their Jace inside of combat. Am I Ghost Quartering myself here? I might Ghost Quarter myself here before I play this Worm Harvest. So this gives us a 1/1 for each. I could retrace it too. No, I need more lands to retrace it. I guess I'm not. Guess I'm gonna, like, do I want to get hit by this unblockable Street Wraith is the question. That's probably fine. So I could Ghost Quarter myself off my swamp. But I don't think I want to do that. I don't know who that is. I've heard of Haruya. They're the Japanese website, right? If they attack me with this, I might Ghost Quarter myself in response and eat it inside of combat. What do we think here, chat? Should I Ghost Quarter myself and eat this, or should I take 3? I kind of want to Ghost Quarter myself and eat this. Is that aggressive? It's definitely aggressive. I kind of like it, though. I don't think I could just sit here and take this damage. Yeah, like I have the As Foretold, right? Yeah, but again, like, there's less hasty creatures in Legacy to do that because Legacy's not really a creature-based format. Like, the reason why you would feel like you need a force in Modern is because, like, can I cast this with the... Holy crap, we can retrace with As Foretold? That's so good. I didn't even realize that was an option. I don't know if that's actually how Magic works, but it's how Magic Online works. So we're gonna take it and just accept that this is how Magic. Oh yeah, give me that fat stubby D. Give me that fat stubby D, opponent. Just stick it deep in me. That's really good. Yeah, that's quite fantastic. So even lands are good draws here now. Like, lands are good draws. Spells. Like, restore balance. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Give it to me, baby. Alright, cast with As Foretold. Yep, discard that one. Have you heard about my worms? I said, whoa, worms. What worm's a word? I said, a worm. Nice, Grixis Shadow Deck opponent. Be a damn shame if the worms were to come out of the ground and eat you. Just be the darndest shame. Pew 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 pew. Ooh, what do we think about life from the Loam, chat? Okay, cast with As Foretold. And then I get to cast Loam. And then I get to recast this with the other As Foretold. Are we doing it? I feel like if there was an it to be doing, this is it. That. Oh, yeah, just rub the worms all over my body. Just rub the worms all over my guy. Ugh. Ugh, you got some wormy looking things. God, these things are so fucking creepy looking too. Those are disgusting. Oh no, come back, opponent. My worms were hungry. You didn't even let my worms eat. They were coming for you. And before Staticaster, right? We are in fact playing a combo deck. I think Restore Balance is actually bad here. I think this is actually not a card that I want. Why did we register an EDH deck in a modern league, right? Asking the real questions. Are they aggressive enough that Dark Heart of the Wood is good? Unsure if Dark Heart of the Wood is good. I'm not gonna play this because I don't want to get a K commanded. I don't think I want any of these other cards. Maybe Damnation is fine. I can see Damnation being okay. I like EE because it kills Death Shadow. Because one of their threats is a 1-mana spell. Dark Heart seems good. They don't have Sakura cards, right? You know what's funny? Someone earlier said Dark Heart, Breckenskye did. I just assumed they were talking about Hex. I forgot we had a card called Dark Heart here. I forgot we had a card called Dark Heart in our deck. Alright, let's do it. Seems a little bit clunky. But gets to suspend Ancestral Visions on one, so sign me up. A little bit clunky. Feels like it probably describes a lot of our things, a lot of our hands. So look, all I know is we can lose the rest of the games happy, having gotten to retrace our worm harvest off of As Foretold multiple times in a turn. Set 9's supposed to drop for Hex tomorrow, or overnight. Their downtime is overnight tonight because they're a company that understands when you're supposed to have downtime. You don't have downtime in the middle of the day. On a weekday, you have downtime in the middle of the night. So we were talking earlier about cards I find offensive that are still legal in Modern. Street Wraith is my number 3. After Blood Moon and Tron Land, Street Wraith is 10 out of 10 my number 3. I don't understand why this card is legal. It doesn't lend any credence or value to the format, in my opinion. Spirit Guide would be my number 4. Would be my number 4. Look, you gotta rank them, chat. You gotta rank them. There's a number of things that are kind of offensive, but my order is definitely Blood Moon, Tron Land, Street Wraith. Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, if we're not okay with Gitaxian Probe, we probably shouldn't be okay with Street Wraith. Well, I was gonna slam the As Foretold here, but this is 10 out of 10, the better play now, right? Aaron with the 23-month subscription, almost to that 2-year mark. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. The new card seems okay. The new card might have some impact in Legacy. Like, there's a lot of colorless decks that are like very desperate for some card advantage, and like the new card could definitely provide that. I'm not greedy, they can keep 2 of their Trod lands. Alright, if we get 2 for 1 on this As Foretold, that's fine. Like, if they want to, like... If they want to, like, pay... Yeah, I guess I'll just pay. So we got double stubbied here, which means this Damnation's more likely to resolve down the line. I think the new Sphere of Resistance is going to let you kind of gain some extra sideboard slots back that you didn't have previously, which is nice. So discard spell or a delve threat. They could snap stubby us, which kind of sucks. If we get an untapped land here, we can slam the Gitrog. I guess they might snap stub the AV here. Hopefully they snap stub the AV and we just get to windmill this Damnation. Would be ideal. And if they don't snap stub this, we get to... Oh, they just have natural stub. Okay, well, with natural stub in mind, I'm not going to play around a 4th. I'm just going to try and clear the board here. If they have the 4th, GG, no re, you know, whatever. The worms touched them in their naughty place, so they were like, no more of this worm bullshit. We're done here, Hogland. Now, usually they have 4 post board. Sometimes they only have 3 in the main deck. Yeah, I'm gonna go to 7 here. I'm gonna play Eternal Witness to rebuy a fetch. And we'll crack this fetch for a forest and then play the Grim Flayer out. Four Flayer. So they're actually just almost dead on board, right? We got 6 power, they're at 7 because they're playing Death Shadow. Colorless card tribal. No, I'm not a fan of split second in general. I'm of the opinion that good cards and good game mechanics in TCGs are ones that encourage and create play and counterplay, and effects and mechanics like split second do not encourage play and counterplay. Good advice for a job interview is don't lie. They'll find out. Rawr, my monster is hungry, opponent. Don't disdainful stroke me. Have a heart. So to play this Misty, we'll crack it, we'll draw a card, we'll play the Nihil Spellbomb off a forest. Yes, never, not only silence your cell phone, but don't touch it. Don't have it out, keep it in your pocket, away. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, depending, especially if it's like, I don't know where you're at in your life, but if it's like a real adult job, like You wanna ask them questions too. Like, what am I doing here? What do you expect of me? A Deadeye Tracker is slow and clunky. So I could have been aggressive with this Nihil Spellbomb to like try and keep them off another delve threat, but like between Gitrog and like this Maelstrom Pulse, I have another delve threat pretty well covered. I'm not really worried about that. Oh, you know what? I should have floated mana here, right? I should have floated mana. Have you heard about my Loam? So I get to go ahead and Loam here, and then when I crack this fetch land, I can dredge the Loam, which might in turn trigger the Gitrog again. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. We wanna try not to die to bolts. Please don't kill me with bolts. I think I just try and kill them, right? As Maelstrom Pulse their guy and then attack. They need to terminate this. If they had to terminate, they would have played it already, right? They could have another Snapcaster Mage here. Got him. Sweet. All right. One in one with the Sultai Gitrog Monster. Welcome to everyone that's hanging out here today. If you're new, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time TCG player and content producer here on Twitch. We stream a lot of Modern, we play some Legacy, we play some Pauper. If you're enjoying what you see and you want to help me make more of this content, the absolute best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. And this stream is made possible by viewers like Anoronics and you. Anoronics likes to remind you to hit that follow button if you're enjoying what you see. It gives you notifications on when I go live and with what. And I always put whatever deck we're playing in the stream title so you can get notified when we're playing things that are extra sweet. Speaking of things that are extra sweet, this deck that we're playing here today, the Sultai deck, this is a donation deck list. So one of our viewers, one of my subs, they sent me this deck list. They're like, hey, is this something you'd play? And I was like, yes, this looks awesome. If you send me some dollars for a league, we will play this. So if you want to learn about how I could potentially play one of your decks on stream, go to bit.ly/Hoogle Sellout, all lowercase there. Thank you, Jace, very much for the cupcake bits. I appreciate that. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday, wrapping up the end of your week here. I'm gonna play some Modern this morning. I think I'm just gonna do this one league this morning, and then I'm gonna be back later this evening with some more Modern. I'm just trying to fit in as many streams whenever possible because the donation queue is long, and I want to play through as much of it as possible so people don't have to wait too terribly long to see their stuff. If you're interested in getting my opinion on a donation deck list, you want to message me in private. I don't look at deck lists midstream, so whisper me on Twitch, DM me on Twitter, or if you're already one of my subs, you can message me on Discord as well. The Super League's on Tuesdays, Gundog. Super League is on Tuesdays, and then their backup night was on Wednesday this week. Now it's only my name in the corner. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Yeah, the Discord integration is actually handled automatically, so you can learn how to pop on in there. Technology is great. It's pretty awesome. It handles getting you in there automatically, and it boots you out if you unsub. I think it gives you like a 7-day or 10-day grace period to re-up the sub. I do, Ian. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time tomorrow when it releases. I want to be in the corner too. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time. Ban your soy products with everybody getting their names in the corner. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time tomorrow, but I think maybe Saturday or Sunday morning I might fire up for a couple hours and play some new constructed decks. This seems pretty good, right? We get to get. We have all of our colors. We've got some spot removal. We've got an As Foretold. Curse Catcher. It's a good draw. It's a good solid turn 2 play. As long as I've been playing, Ian, they've always hit their announced dates. They've been iffy in the past about like when they're not sure they're gonna hit something. Usually they don't give us a specific date. They did fix the pregame action bug. They fixed it about 7 p.m. Central Time last night, 5 p.m. PST. All right, I'm just gonna push this off a cliff. Like, this card's gonna be annoying. It's gonna counter something at some point. I would prefer that I just get to use my mana this turn. The downside to pushing this here is it does allow them to spread me off our black source, which kind of sucks. So hopefully this is a Silvergill Adept. Yeah, it looks like a Silvergill Adept. Yeah, and I think part of that problem, GK, is because if they're not sure if they're gonna hit a date, they don't give a date, which is like, that's fine. Like, it's not ideal, but like it's probably similar. It's probably better than like announcing and then missing. I still have bits from Jeff making me buy them. Definitely put a gun to your head and made you buy bits. That was certainly something I did. No, second blue source here is pretty good for us so far. So we're taking a hit for 3. I get to go tapped As Foretold or tapped Breeding Pool, cast Abrupt Decay this turn. I don't think I want to dredge this Loam. I think I don't want to cast it this turn, so I'd rather just like try and draw spells. So do I want to cast As Foretold this turn, or do I want... I can't afford to like let this Lord live, right? I thought I was getting in a 4th bet. So like, I have to shock myself to play the As Foretold, which puts me to 14. And then if they just go like land, fire up both of these, they hit me for 11, and then I can never win, right? Oh, you know what? You know what I probably should have done? I probably should have played this and fetched a black source tapped, right? That's probably what should have happened. No, Mage, because if they played a Island Walk Lord, I'd rather kill an Island Walk Lord. I don't think the tap untap is really super meaningful. I'd rather have the upside to be able to kill an Island Walk Lord, I think. Right, let him get Curse Catcher down. I think we're pretty dead here. I guess we could draw Restore Balance, right? Restore Balance is our out. All right, I believe we're just dead at this point. I guess I could survive another turn here, and then we could hit Restore Balance next turn, potentially. Maybe they spend some resources attacking this Liliana. Yeah, Merfolk's really good against these kind of mid-rangey decks, especially ones that have blue in them naturally. Sweet. My wife just messaged me and said she's planning to work from home for today, so that means I can keep streaming this morning. So this isn't going to be our only deck. We're going to play a few different decks this morning. We'll play 3 or 4 decks maybe. See how long we end up going for. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they could put us to 4. Sweet. Okay, so they're hitting her down. That's great. So we're going to 8. So again, we're looking to draw Restore Balance here. Engineered Explosives. God, this card is usually very good in this matchup. It's not particularly good on this board state, right? Usually Engineered Explosives is very good in these matchups. And I didn't play a land to play around Spell Pierce because if they have Spell Pierce, we're very dead. So, it doesn't actually irrelevant. Probably not going to have another baking / wife stream until we're just dead, right? I have to fetch and then they can just hit us for lethal. Yeah. All right, so we have these Damnations and these Collective Brutalities. Curse of Death Soul's probably fine. Like I said, Engineer Explosives wasn't impressive there, but in general, I think it's fine in this matchup. This is not a Crucible matchup. It's probably not a Worm Harvest matchup. It's actually kind of small right now. I've been streaming a lot more, so like this is the first time the donation queue's been under 40 decks in like the last week. So it's under 40 decks right now, which is certainly an improvement. Not that I'm complaining. I'd much rather have too many than not enough. This is an AV out matchup. It's probably an AV out matchup, right? Curse is probably too slow. Will I be streaming Arena when the NDA is gone? Nope. Arena's not going to have formats that are fun to play. And by that I mean Standard might be fun, but... Also, I haven't played Arena, but a little bird told me... Actually, it's not even a little bird. On their beta streams, you can't even play Standard on Arena yet. Like, why would... Like, I don't even play Standard. Why would I want to play this weird, not Standard kind of block constructed format? I think Eternal Witness is actually very good. So, like, think of Eternal Witness as, would you board out Snapcaster Mage? And no, I wouldn't board out Snapcaster Mage in this matchup. So, Witness seems good. Also, getting cards on Arena is terrible. The card acquisition model is bad. There's no Modern. You can't even play Standard. There's no best of 3 yet. Just like the list of reasons to play Arena currently feels like it's exactly you want to shill for WotC and try and show off Arena. Eventually they'll have Standard. But, like, they don't ever plan to have Modern on Arena. And, like, go look at my YouTube channel, right? When was the last time we played Standard? Next to never, basically? All right, sweet. Grim Flayer on the play, backed up by some removal. Let's go. Yeah, Arena's gonna have a really hard time, especially with Play Artifact being announced. Did anyone see the details on Play Artifact? Like, Play Artifact looks really sweet. Play Artifact looks really sweet, and I chuckled because one of the articles had a quote from Richard Garfield on the Play Artifact game talking about how Magic just doesn't translate well to a digital media. Like, which is true. Lands on, like, Magic's a great game, but, like, it's It definitely has a rough time translating to digital, and Magic Online does an okay job. Like, it's functional. What is Play Artifact? Play Artifact is a digital card game that's being designed by Richard Garfield, that's being created by Valve. And if you're not familiar with Valve, you should know that their catalog of games includes Half-Life, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike, Dota 2. Basically, Valve doesn't make shitty games. If Valve makes a game, it's successful. So, yeah. I'm excited to try Play Artifact when it comes up. Oh, and this is Play Artifact is going to be a full trading card game. In fact, they said on the Play Artifact thing, the interview, they are not going to offer a free to play mode with Artifact. It is only going to be, your only option is going to be to buy cards into it, which sounds great for someone that just like doesn't want to, like, for someone who's an adult with a job. Like, I would much rather buy cards. And they talked about how it's going to be important to like not have all the playable cards be rares and mythics and stuff like that. Just all of the things being done right, basically. Also as like someone who's got a giant neck beard right now, and in general, the game being made by Valve means it should have a native Linux client, so that makes me excited. That makes me excited. You lose 20% of your money. Do you know what percentage of your money you get back when you decide you're done playing a collectible card game? Oh, it's 0. 0 is the amount. For anyone that's not familiar with collectible card games, the amount of your money that you get back is this big old number right here. Like, was that unclear? Do I need to do the hand motion again here? This amount of money. Big zeros. What are we bidding with this Grim Flayer? Definitely the Gitrog Monster. Am I bidding everything here and hoping for a land? I think I'm bidding everything here and hoping for a land. The Collective Brutality is kind of appealing. Let's keep this stream PG. I think I'm just supposed to bin all of this, honestly. Makes this a 4/4 too, so we can just keep smashing. Also, if you're not familiar with esports at all, and I'm not super familiar with esports either, but I am aware of the fact you should look at some of the money that Valve pumps into their games in terms of esport. Look up some of the Dota 2 and CSGO prize pools if you're someone that's a competitive player like that. So a TCG is a trading card game. You're allowed to exchange your cards together. A collectible card game means there's no trading aspect to it. All trading card games are also collectible card games, but the inverse is not true. Every trading card game is collectible. Not every digital collectible card game offers you the ability to trade. Before digital card games existed, collectible card games that weren't trading card games didn't exist, right? Because you can't prevent people from trading physical cards. So every card game was automatically a trading card game in person. Then Hearthstone invented the no trade thing. Someone else probably invented the no trade thing before Hearthstone, but Hearthstone popularized the no trading. They already announced a $1 million artifact tourney, God bless. I could not even buy some, right? Yep. Oh, geez, we got a timeout? Artifact's supposed to release later this year on the PC, and it's supposed to release on mobile platforms in 2019, they said. So, I don't try a ton of different digital card games when they come out, but Artifact is definitely something. We're still going to do Magic stuff, like, don't worry, we're not going to drop Magic and pick up Artifact 100%, but I'm definitely going to carve out time to play Artifact on stream when it hits open beta or whatever. So, do I want to dredge this Loam? This gives me 3 hits at a land, right? Yeah, okay, I guess I'll dredge this. Sweet, we hit 2 lands. Oh, and it guarantees me a land, because I had a Misty Rainforest in there. Yeah, for those of you that are just joining us, Valve is making a collectible card game. Oh, that took, oh god, look at this huge mistake I've made. That was a huge punt. I was talking, we were ranting. Oh, mistakes were made. I took all the lands out and I lost Delirium, and then I didn't replay a fetch land. So I missed an attack for 4 points and a Grim Flayer trigger there. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. Yeah, I am talking about the Dota card game. It's being designed by Richard Garfield and being produced by Valve. And now I got attack tier 2. Yeah, so I'd be plus 4 points of damage and I'd be plus 3 points of health if I'd have sequenced this better. That's pretty interesting. So I'm going to attack with both of these. And then I think I'm actually going to play out this Engineered Explosives on 2, because we definitely recover from this EE on 2 better than they do, right? I have to hit them to bin cards, Justin, which means they could have just eaten my thing or blocked in combat. No, it will not be free to play. God bless. It will not be free to play. All right, so I think I'm actually just going to keep this Grim Flayer on top. So this way I can play this other, and playing this other Engineered Explosives out here, if we don't get Spell Pierced or negated, should hopefully guarantee that we don't die inside of combat next turn. Ideally, I don't want to have to blow up this Engineered Explosives, but if push comes to shove and they're going to attack for lethal, we'll do it. The fact that I could be up 3 life and have them at 4 right now, though, if I would have sequenced my cards correctly the previous turn, is a pretty big deal, though. Yes, we don't have time to set up our As Foretold against the aggro deck, Slacker. Look at the deck list. Look at the deck list. Believe it or not, you don't always have time to play your 3 mana card that doesn't impact the board against the aggressive deck. Yeah, for those that are unfamiliar with Richard Garfield's work outside of just him starting Magic the Gathering, the Magic sets that Richard Garfield has done design work on are Dominaria, the original Innistrad, Odyssey, Judgment, and just like if you've played Magic for a while, you know all of these sets I just listed were just like A+ fantastic. I'm going to be honest, it depends on what the price point is, Flips. Like honestly, if like spending $10 to like demo a game or whatever it costs, like if it's like $40 to get into, sure, maybe, but like how is it really any different than another AAA game? Like do other AAA games offer demos? I guess they do, and if they do, maybe they'll offer demos for Artifact, which that would be fine. Yeah, okay, so our punt did not cost us there, which is nice. Our punt did not cost us there. Do I want to leave in 1 Ancestral Vision? Well, okay, so as much as I like love Hex as a card game and like I enjoy playing it, Hex's economy is currently very fucked up. Their game is way too expensive for what it is. Hex's constructed prices are actually very similar to Magic Online, which I think is far too much money. Like, at least Magic Online is like, has like the Magic name and weight behind it. Like, Hex's constructed format is like a lot of their competitive decks get into like the $200, sometimes even $300 range, which is just way too much. We could cut an As Foretold. I don't hate that. As Foretold plus Restore Balance is a pretty big beating, though, so I kind of like that to have set up consistently. I don't know that we need Raven's Crime. Like, what are we... I feel like we have a lot of grindy elements already, so, like, the matches where you'd expect a card like Raven's Crime to be good are probably already good. Yeah, the blood decks are over 200. Yeah, I agree. Which I think is way too much money. Like, it's really weird to me that their economy, like, their Hex's Limited cost half as much as MTGO's Limited, but the cost of their Constructed is the same. So, like, something's really messed up there. Hex always had some expensive decks, but most recently, the expensive decks have become a lot better than the less expensive decks. I think this is a mulligan. There's just no removal. Like Loam's a spell, but it's not really. Alright, we're gonna keep this one. It's the mulligan close 7 into unkeepable 6. Sounds right. Sounds right. Par for the course on this stream, right? Yeah, I think so, Slacker. That's why I trimmed the Lilianas. They just have all the lords. I don't know. I don't have any personal experience with the cards that Zach Hill's designed offhand to tell you whether or not I feel that's true. No, that's not how Magic works. XV Scrub. Thanks for the spreading seas, opponent. I appreciate you. Thanks for spreading them wide for me. Spread them. Phantasmal Image. That's one I haven't seen in Fish in a long time. That's pretty punishing for having waited on my Abrupt Decay. I'm gonna go ahead and play Life from the Loam here, just to like encourage my opponent to pull the trigger on their... Oh, no, that doesn't even work, right? Because they're just gonna activate... This currently makes blue mana, so I want to Abrupt Decay. So I'm gonna cast Loam here. They'll activate their relic in response. I'll Abrupt Decay this Lord of Atlantis in response to the relic activation, and then maybe if we're really lucky, they'll pop the relic. Yeah, all of those sets were very reasonable. I played a lot of Standard then, and I enjoyed that Standard format a lot. So if Zach Hill had a hand in those sets, I'd probably say he's a pretty reasonable designer. Okay, we're at 16. We're probably taking a hit for anywhere between 3 and 5 next turn. We draw a Gitrog Monster, or we draw a Damnation, or we draw an Engineered Explosive. We got a lot of good hits here. Got a lot of good hits here. Afternoon, Chris. All right. We did, chat. We did. Second As Foretold when we're on all lands, not a good scene. But I mean, I don't want to dredge the Loam. Why do I want to dredge the Loam when I literally don't have spells in my hand? Like, why? Can you construct an argument for me and that where I'm like, want to dredge a Loam when I need to draw spells? I need to draw cards that impact the board? Like, why on earth would I dredge my Loam? Alright, Engineering Explosive is the type of card we were looking to draw. They have 6 cards in their hand though, so it's like, probably dead. So hopefully if we had a Gitrog Monster, we could propel this game into a winning position thanks to these As Foretolds. Spreading Seas, I agree with the comment in chat. There's nothing wrong with Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas is a well-designed magic card that's perfectly fine. That's a pretty good draw too, right? Am I just putting this out on 2 again? Yeah, I think so. Knock their Spreading Seas off too, which is good for us. I think I'm gonna fetch an Overgrown Tomb tapped with one of these if I don't have to fetch a bunch of basics here. Yeah, I'm gonna fetch basic forest, basic swamp, and try and block with this Quagmire. He's Quagmire, Quagmire. We are 1-1, and this is currently game 3 against the Fishies. Trade my 3-mana creature land for your 1-mana creature land. Please. Please. Please don't Vapor Snag me, opponent. Please don't Vapor Snag me, opponent. Don't do it. Have a heart. Trade creature lands. Yeah, creature lands. Gitrog is still a good draw. The Gitrog Monster would be an excellent draw. Yep, that's Tidebinder Mage. Maybe we should have boarded the 3rd As Foretold out, huh? Could have had a Liliana or something here. I think I'm just going to take this hit to prevent them from playing another 2-mana spell out this turn. It sucks that I'm only going to be able to fetch one more time, but I think this is worthwhile. They have a 1 or 3-mana creature here. It kind of sucks for us, but their deck is mostly 2-mana creatures, so I think we buy ourselves an extra turn this way. Ding. Oh no, no, wait. Oh no, there's an engineered explosives on. Oh no. Oh no. I should have cracked this in response to this, I think. Maybe that could go either way. I could probably go either way. Do they have a negate? Are we thinking about negating this? Hopefully they like unified will it and I crack my EE in response. I kind of hope they try and counter this so I can crack the EE in response. Here for the chat bannings. Oh. Pausing to read Dark Heart. Yes, Nick V, that is exactly how that works. Thalia is effectively useless against engineered explosives. Except in the case where you want to put your engineered explosives on 0. Then value is very annoying. So I think I'm actually going to fetch a breeding pool here and sacrifice the breeding pool just because I want to keep islands off my board, but I want to sacrifice an island to my Darkheart. So I'm going to fetch a breeding pool. Sacrifice that one. And like, we don't actually need our... God, if we hit a Gitrog Monster now, we'll just go completely insane, right? We'll just like sacrifice 3 lands and draw a bunch of cards. Come on. Come on. Where's my Gitrog? Where's my Gitrog? All right, that's a game 3, I guess. Game 2. They must have a bunch of 2-mana creatures in hand. They must have a bunch of 2-mana creatures in hand. Their hand must be 2-mana creatures and counter spells, right? It's like the only explanation. Is Zurin Orb modern legal? It is not. I'm fairly certain. We drew a fog, chat. This is a weird game, I agree. And again, I'm sacrificing all of our blue sources because they have Island Walk, and I also just like have As Foretold to cast blue spells. Come on, Gitrog! Gitrog Monster! Well, I mean, we keep drawing Time Walks, so like, I guess whatever. We're thinning our deck and drawing Time Walks. Fog is kind of like Frog. Are they finally going to play another spell? Sure. 10 counters and As Foretold should be a free win, right? I agree. I agree with the sentiment. I think we're out of breeding pools, but I have an Overgrown Tomb in my deck. Yeah, I guess if we're at Overgrown Tomb, I'm sacrificing the basic forest, right? Well, if they targeted a forest, I'd sacrifice it in response, Norman. We could cast Omniscience. I mean, this is basically Omniscience at this point, right? Same card. I think I'm just going to hold on to that for now. Nah. We'll draw a Gitrog at some point. And when I draw a Gitrog, I'm going to want all of my As Foretolds. Life from the Loam would be a pretty good draw at this point, too. Ancestral Vision would be a nuts draw. If we draw Tolaria West, I'll be a little bit sad. That's fine. I got the sword, and I have bribed Matt to be my legacy seat in Dallas. Oh, Bulls bribed Matt. Thanks for the resub, Rollins. Welcome back. Hey, Kapu. How are we doing? I'm doing swell this morning. Life is good. I'm gonna hold this for now. I'm gonna wait till after I crack the Engineer Explosives to play this Grim Flayer. Yeah, the onboard Engineer Explosives is just like A+ right now. Not close. How much of a tilt would Echoing Truth be, right? You're not wrong. Does anything happen when the cup fills up with Shamrocks? It does not. Hopefully they start drawing some lands here, right? Like it doesn't look like we flooded, but we flooded, right? Like we've just been sacrificing our lands to Darkheart. Gitrog Monster. Give me a Gitrog. Give me an AV. Even what's it called? How good would Restore Balance be here? Restore Balance would just like take all of the cards out of their hand, right? I think the opponent should probably prompt me to blow up the EE, but don't tell them that. Yeah, Light from the Loam would be a good hit. I agree. Huh. Mutavault. I have a Ghost Quarter. Never mind. Never mind. Mutavault doesn't matter. Where are my frogs at? Can I draw a good one, please? Please? I just want to draw a good one, chat. If I donate enough bits, do I get a Shamrock next to my name? Thanks for the bits, Wannabe Beetle. Maybe we'll time them out. They're at 6 minutes. Cast this for mana like some kind of plebeian. Some kind of plebeian tapping lands to cast my spells. That's a time. It is a time walk. You're not wrong. And I intend to block with the bird as opposed to sacrificing the Overgrown Tomb, because waiting to sacrifice the Overgrown Tomb is better if we draw a Gitrog Monster. Yeah, basically Haradric. It's a different version of Zuran Orb is a good way to think about it. That's true. We keep drawing bricks, but they're effectively time walks, right? I have no regards for money, apparently. KV, this is your first and only warning to never use the term retarded in a derogatory sense on this channel. If you do it again, you will be banned. There you go. That's fine. It's a better way to put that. All right, their clock just turned red, chat. Can we sit here and stall the game for 5 more minutes? Can we stall the game for 5? I assume this is getting counterspelled, right? We can almost As Foretold the Emrakul we're playing. Right? There's an Emrakul. Which spell? We're running out of time walks, chat. Chat, we're running out of time walks. We're gonna pass the turn here. Nah, I'm gonna take one more hit from this. Because, like, going to 1 is fine. That's the ticket. The relic's finally no good. Finally cashing the relic in. So long, Dark Heart of the Wood. We've... You did good work. You done good work, champ. You done good work. My As Foretold is huge. Other people think they have big As Foretold, but none of their As Foretold are as big as mine. We're probably just dead here, right? So you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance, opponent. We can't beat a Vapor Snag, chat. You don't play around cards you can't beat. You don't play around cards you can't beat. Vapor Snag is not a card we can beat. Oh wait, I need to do a delay on this, right? So I can... I just want to take a screenshot for Magic Online purposes, you know, for Twitter purposes. That one needs. Oh no! Turn off auto yields. Let's not mess this up. We're gonna pick one of these, I guess. Sure. Yeah, didn't play around Unified well. All right, we tried, chat. There wasn't enough action in the top half of our deck. You could maybe argue that we should have boarded out one of the As Foretold, but like, there's a good chance that like we were still gonna draw 3 of them anyways, right? So, hard fought. Long game on both sides there. I mean, hopefully they're a Jund deck or a control deck, so I'm gonna suspend some Ancestral Visions here. Yeah, I mean, Dark Heart of the Wood floated us in that game for like an absurdly long time, right? Like we played Magic far longer than we should have been able to. Basic planes, huh? Please be control and not poop bears. Well, I guess we probably don't care too much about poop bears. Visions is a fine card in Modern in general. Humans? Some kind of brew, maybe? Oh no! Oh, whew! That's better than Meddling Mage, I suppose. Meddling Mage would be real bad for us here. We technically have a Horizon Canopy in our deck, but yeah, the plan is to just cast this off of As Foretold. Missing a land there is probably going to be the death of us. I don't think we could afford to brick in a matchup like this. Yeah, especially not when they're going to curve into Thalia's Lieutenant. Is it a Grixis Delvermere match? I hope it's a Grixis Delvermere match. Yeah, it's a Grixis Delvermere match. The most relevant legacy content ever. If you're looking to be competitive, you should be playing your Grixis Delvermere matches, chat. Play your Grixis Delvermere matches. All right, what else are we cutting here? Is it nuts to it's probably a sin, but I think we're supposed to cut these. And actually, I want to leave the As Foretold it, I think. And just like Dark Heart, Restore Balance, As Foretold, kill them. I think I want a board like this. Feel free to chime in. Feel free to chime in. Maybe we don't have enough closing power without the Gitrog Monster. I could definitely see that being the case. I'm leaning on like exactly 4 Grim Flayers and Lilianas then. Maybe if I'm bringing in all these sweepers, I'm just supposed to cut the Birds of Paradise. Do this. Yeah, that's probably true. Hey, Hairable Boy, with that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. As always, subscriptions are the absolute best way you can support what I do here. I do appreciate that. Sounds pretty good. We are actually nearing 1,000 sub points on the channel. We're gonna have to do something special when we come across that mark. I'm thinking need some kind of long stream. Any chance of playing Blue Black Eldrazi today? Is that in the queue? I don't think I have a Blue Black Eldrazi in the queue unless it's way down there. You're trying to wait for a stream to get a shout out. I watch a lot of the YouTube content. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube comment. Thank you and welcome. I appreciate the support. Yeah, so we just want to like try and guarantee. I don't want to say guarantee because like they could Thalia next turn, which would prevent us from playing As Foretold, but we want to ideally give ourselves the best possible chance to play As Foretold as early as possible. I don't think I want to dredge here. Oh, they missed a land drop. Huh. Alright, if they missed a land drop, I'm just supposed to decay this, right? Nah, that's probably greedy. What's the line here? What's the line? Is the line decay this? Fetch a shock? Or do I know opponents playing humans? 5-color humans. They could have like Noble Hierarch off the vial. I feel like I'm just supposed to decay the vial, right? I feel like I'm just supposed to decay the vial. I feel like that could buy us a lot of turns. If they put in Noble, I feel like a touch bad, but like if they don't play exactly Thalia off of it, we can Damnation them next turn. Overgrown Tomb here, and then I'll just fetch a basic here and play. Ooh, that's pretty good. I guess it's kind of good. The Seacrobe Coast makes it a little bit less appealing, I suppose. What am I playing in Cincinnati? Legacy. I'm playing Legacy in Cincinnati. Well, you can just donate the minimal amount and just get it in the queue. Remember, days equal time in the queue, basically. Yes, obviously I want to kill all of their creatures as soon as possible. So I'm actually gonna dredge the Loam here. That way we guarantee get to play Damnation next turn. I'm going for broke. Whatever, you know, you do you. I'm not gonna talk people down from sending more money in my direction. This is gonna be a concession Damnation. It feels like it's gonna be a concession Damnation. We're taking 7 here down to 5. This puts us to 4. We'll get to... Yeah, team events are a really good time. I love that FCG added more of those to their tour. They're truly fantastic. Yeah, their cards in their hand aren't the meaningful part, right? Like, we've got a bunch of cards in our hand, too. Are we done here yet, opponent? God, how many Gitrog cards are we gonna draw next turn? We're gonna draw so many cards with the Gitrog Monster. And gain a bunch of health, draw a bunch of cards. I'm glad I didn't board you out. To get good frog. Yeah, let's dredge the Loam. Why not? Oh yeah, and then he hits another one, and then we dredge another one. God, that's so good. That's so good. So good. Beep 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 doo. Do 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 do. Beep 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 doo 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 do 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 beep 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 doo 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 doo. God, I have to discard a card, chat. We're so unlucky. We're so unlucky. We have to discard. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I definitely don't want to discard this Restore Balance. That's a card I definitely want in my hand. I guess I'll just discard the Loam for now. Ghost Quarter them into submission. Oh, this is a Reflector Mage, isn't it? What a tilt. So I should have pushed this Noble Hierarch. I should have pushed this Noble Hierarch. Backup Darkheart. Alright, so I'm going to cast this off As Foretold. I'm going to pick my Abrupt Decay back up. I'm going to Abrupt Decay this Aether Vial. Aether Vial, Mantis Rider, Meddling Mage. Okay. Pass the turn here. Play my 4/4. Now, I feel like a Mortuary Mire would be a sweet card. Alright, the way that game played out, I want this other Gitrog Monster in my deck. Curse of Dusthold's probably too slow. Let's do it. Let's do it, chat. Let's get him. Let's get him. The Gitrog here is here, and he's hangry. The real question here, chat, is what should we play next? Christy is working from home today, so I can continue streaming after this league is done, because she can get Jake off the bus. So what should we play next? Brad! Thanks for re-upping, bud, for a second month. I appreciate it. Thanks for shipping your Amazon fun money this way this month. I need to make it over to your channel and send you mine. Next time mine is up. What do I want to play next? This has Fatal Push in it, and my opponent mulligan. Then I have Eternal Witness for my Fatal Push, so I think I'm going to keep this. We don't have a blue source for our As Foretold, but like Push Snap Push is a keepable hand. That is Brad Brown from the NRG streams. Summoner's Egg. We drew another removal spell. Sweet. So we just get to, like, if they don't play a Thalia here, we just get to go, like, kill your thing, rebuy a removal spell. Ape Dredge is at the top, but I really don't feel like playing Dredge. Decks further up the queue get more priority, but it's not a guarantee that I play them right away. They have to hit 50 points before I guarantee play them right away. If they're... Someone put... Iron had put Ape Dredge in the queue multiple times. And last time we played it, it was really bad. How much for egg decks? Oh, lordy. You kids and your egg beams. We do have Teamer Kiki in there again, don't we? The Life from the Tron deck does look kind of funny as well. Yeah, that's the advertised what they said, Odyssey. It's gonna be a full trading card game. Maybe we'll play Life from the Tron next for the memes. It's been a while since we've carned people too. But Life from the Tron is definitely meme worthy. Right on time to drop. I'm just gonna go ahead and Maelstrom Pulse this flyer and get my Collective Brutality back. There's no affinity in the queue, Chris. There's 30 decks in there and none of them are affinity. Ain't nobody want to pay money to see that. How I've missed this smug fuck, right? Hey, Crowbar. All glory to the Gitrog Toad with the 4-month subscription. Thanks a lot and welcome back. I appreciate it. Teamer Kiki. Some bits for Teamer Kiki. Teamer Kiki is kind of great. At the very least, I'm giving it an extra bonus point there, thanks to you, Griffin Bruce. I don't know, if Christy's going to be working from home today, we probably play a few decks. We might play Life from the Tron next, because that deck looks kind of hilarious. I'm just getting my Fatal Push back here. You can always fix that, though, yep. Meddling Mage is a beating, yep. Affinity's not a very interesting deck to play. I mean, I'll play it because it's a tiered deck, but, like, as far as, like, interesting decks go, I don't really think it qualifies. Speaking of interesting decks, we're getting dumpstered with our interesting deck here. I don't know what that looks like, Justin. We actually have 2 polymorph decks in the queue, I believe. We're definitely going to get back to blue-green at some point. Yeah, UG and Esper are both in there. We haven't played the Esper deck yet on stream. If they have a Lieutenant or an image for Lieutenant, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Going to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Alright, we tried. A little bit of stumbling and dying that match. All right, this is a friendly league though, so I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick, and then we're going to play the last match with this, and then we're gonna play a couple more modern things. We're gonna have all modern this morning and this afternoon. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. All right. Yeah, the Gideon Polymorph deck. Maybe we'll play that next. I kind of want to play the Gideon Polymorph deck. It's a deck that seems sweet. I might play a Polymorph Shell somewhere at the Open, so I wouldn't mind kicking the tires on that. I missed a donation. Kapu with the $10 donation. I've seen this stream before. I'm voting for Tiber Control next. I mean, well, that is basically how this works, right? Where's Tiber Control at on here? Yeah, sounds great, right? Generally, I give people swords when they've been subbed for 12 months. If you've been here for 12 months, you're familiar with the rules. You know who to slay. Get our value. Look, all I'm gonna say is that a majority of the decks I reject are against the odds decks. Yeah, this is not something I'm going to play. That looks really terrible. It looks exceedingly terrible, Justin. Things we are not about to do. Should have dredged. Drew Worm Harvest. Yeah, I need to figure out when I get the guys to come over again. And, need to get some coordination. I guess that's true. I definitely link the guys things I reject on occasion. I'm just like, I don't understand why people want me to play this. All right, let's dredge this, put some lands in there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how our opponent is ever going to possibly race our Worm Harvest here. Dear opponent, please don't untap and kill me. I made 4 worms go. Ooh, we didn't die. That's exciting. Gonna combo me off with Goblin's opponent? Little did you know I can make a bunch of tokens too. I feel like their spell is more impressive than ours, chat. I feel like their spell might be more impressive than ours. There's no way we could win this matchup, right? Yeah, we're gonna try something else. There's not. Alright, let's play something else. Alright. Where was it? Gideon's Surprise, I titled it. This is actually a deck list that I built. So this one is, I thought about the cards in this deck and I assembled them inside of it. So this is a donation deck list to play this, but I did design this. The Hoagland Beam special of the day, right? So one of the sweet things is that with Gideon's, you can go Gideon of the Trials on 3, and then on 4, make it an indestructible creature, and then polymorph it, and you keep the Gideon. Because polymorph destroys the creature. Polymorph destroys the creature. So it gets to survive. You designed it, where's the angel? That's a fair question. It also means they can't counter your polymorph by killing your creature except with like Path or Dismember. So you're resistant to removal that you wouldn't normally be. So for those of you that are new to the stream, you can see I don't own all of these cards right now, so I'm placing an order with MTGO Traders, one of my sponsors, to get some cards from them.